All right, folks, knowledge and information is the new gold. You get what I mean? When you know exactly what is happening, when you have the ability to understand and to read in between the lines, that's how you get more powerful, because when you use that information wisely, in a smart way, you get ahead. So coming to AMC stock, I'm going to share with you something that has been observing for the last 2.5 months, and actually that got confirmed today on data come from the FINRA. And now that you have the information, once you understand this, once you get this, you will be a little bit liberated and totally comfortable if you still want to be filthy rich with AMC when it squeezes. All right, so let's get into this. We have some new information that come from FINRA, but before we get into that, the market has literally been tanking with AMC. Like, AMC used to be at some point what we call a negative beta, meaning when the stock market sometimes will be red, AMC will be either flat or will be in the green. But those days are way gone now. Why? Because AMC has been one of the most weighted stock into the Russell 2000. Look, since the beginning of this year, the Russell 2000 lost more than 15%. More than 15%. This is incredibly high for a small cap index fund like Russell 2000, also known as IWM. So on top of the manipulation that they're doing here within AMC, you also have to take into consideration what the market sell-off is also tanking the Russell 2000 or IWM fund with it, hence AMC being dragged on it. This we already know. All right, now the confirmation is coming because, interestingly enough, nobody is selling. If you just jump on Fidelity buy orders, you will see that you have way more people buying the stock than people selling, and this is just Fidelity information without the dark pool information. But actually Bloomberg, which is the mother of all the data in financial markets, yesterday told us that it's actually 98% to 2. So you have 98 people, 98 to 2%, 98% for the buys and just only 2% for the sell. So how come the stock is still dropping like pretty hard? This is the second week in a row where the stock is down significantly. All right, but here is the key of the information. Look, the market maker Wolverine Execution was fined in 2021 for over 1 million instances where they marked shorts as longs. How can you prevent a stock from dropping if even people that are supposed to route our orders are doing shady things, or like literally doing the opposite of what it's supposed to do? If I buy and they convert my buys into a sell, of course the stock price is going to drop, and that's what we've been seeing for pretty much the latest half of 2021. Don't let them gaslight you, Josh on Twitter said. They try to say these things aren't happening, but there is a paper trail to prove you all is right. And this is, the link. If you jump on Twitter, please get on this link. It's coming from FINRA.org. FINRA is another regulatory arm within financial markets here in the US. Now, another data really interesting. Citadel tops market makers in number of violations in 2021. They were fined 13 times in December alone for failure to prevent erroneous orders, an order that's far from the current market price. Again, if I'm buying at, let's just say, $14 a share, all right, and they execute my orders at, let's just say, 14.5. Of course, it's going to reduce the buying pressure on top of rerouting those orders so that they won't even see the actual lead exchange. So it's no surprise. It's not a surprise that for the last 6 months, all right, the stock has been tanking. Look, 63%. There is no bad news. There is no negative outlook for the company. This is not a natural way of selling. I showed you the stock of Robinhood. Look, Robinhood on the last year, you can see this is a chart of people selling. This is a chart of people getting out of a play because Robinhood has been slapped People don't trust somebody who's supposed to actually care for the customers, the retail investors especially. But look at the chart on AMC. It doesn't make sense when you look at the exact same time frame. This is something that will be more natural. But again, if you look at this second half here, even this, with everything involved, it doesn't look the same. So it tells you a lot. It speaks volume about what is actually happening here. So based on this, now that we know exactly what is going on, man, tell me how they can continue to do what they've been doing so far with the whole transparency. That's why I believe so much and I put so much excitement into the new regulation from the SEC, because this is going to clarify and vaporize this whole under the table shenanigans. If you have to be transparent and disclose activities, these are the kind of stuff not only the Fed, the SEC, the Department of Treasury, the CFTC, but a bunch of other regulators across the board are going to see. And at some point, you are going to get caught up, because not only you are hurting the retail investors in the 401ks, the mutual funds, like I always used to say, which is true, but you are also specifically hurting those involved into plays like AMC and GameStop. So it has to stop at some point. Otherwise, it's a curse for the market. So just a matter of time, folks. Now you know exactly why the share price is tanking, and you decide whether you want to continue the ride and get filthy rich, or you do what you need to do, man. Your call.